incredibly legendary, talented sci-fi mainstay, Broadway stage star, screen
Bill Shatner.
musical.
No.
Bill has had some
Bill
work
Shatner,
done, as you can. Sam Elliott, ladies and gentlemen. Sam Elliott. Oh, sorry, the mustache threw me off here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Scott Bakula, of course. How are
It
you,
is,
Scott?
of course, and Sam Elliott would be a good guy to have here too. But
He has an impressive mustache as well. I can't quite get the full stash.
Nobody has a stash like
Well, yours
Sam.
is approaching Elliott level.
No, this is. I'm doing something that takes place in the '70s, so it's time for
Ooh.
stash and burns.
Can we tease that, or has it not been announced yet?
No, it's a Liberace story. I'm doing.
Oh,
it
that's
for
right.
HBO, Michael Douglas, Matt Damon, Steven Soderbergh's directing, and I have a part in that. So I have a big wig that comes along with this because my hair couldn't grow fast enough. But it's a whole. Miss those fabrics.
But the stash itself was no problem, it looks like.
No, the stash is no problem. I can take it off every night.
What is your experience? You've joined us at Wizard World several times now. This whole Star Trek thing has been sort of a phenomenon when we had everyone in Philadelphia, all 5 captains together, which was legendary. What's it like being part of that? And you and Bill seem to have established quite a rapport with each other.
Yes, Bill speaks to me now, which he didn't for the first 2 or 3 years I would see him. But it's really fun. It's really fun. And obviously the moment in Philly with the 5 of us together was pretty exciting. And as I told people that day, it's intended to happen again, but you never know. You know, we were supposed to have Kate here this weekend, and that didn't work out. So there are 3 of us here instead of 4. So, you know, it was a magical kind of thing, and really a lot of fun. And they're all so unique. All 5 of us are kind of unique, and to get us together, it's a fabulous clash of styles and personalities and aesthetics, and it's really cool when you think that all 5 of us kind of did the same thing, only completely different.
Yeah, we have video up of that panel if you guys missed it from Philadelphia. And, of course, you can watch Shatner's The 5 Captains film to get a really good, fun... That's just a funny... Like, I understand he had everyone... You know, everyone meets differently in that film, and you guys kind of walk up to each other, and you guys are on horseback later suddenly?
Yeah. Well, he and I had never met until that actual moment that we meet on film, and it was odd. I'd seen him in a few places. Literally, we'd cross paths, and it would be like, "Oh, there's Bill." As soon as I finish this interview, I'm going to go talk, and then he would be gone, and then it would be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe I miss Shatner again." We were never at the same conventions. I wasn't doing any conventions at the time when we were shooting it, so it was just weird. And then he said, "You want to come and do this show?" The shoot with me, and let's do it. So we'd never met, so let's just walk up and start talking. And he did this whole kind of Clint Eastwood spaghetti western vibe, and we were laughing so hard because it was so silly. But I was getting made up in a barn, and I could see, you know, like through the barn doors and across a corral, and there's Shatner over there, and he's directing everybody, "Get those cameras over," and he's, you know, telling everybody what to do. And I started getting a little nervous because he's bossy, and then he's at the end of the, you know, he's 200 yards away from me, and we're looking at each other, staring each other down, and we start walking towards each other, and by the time we got to each other, we were both laughing hysterically, and that kind of started us off in a good note.
It was great. That film is fantastic. If you haven't seen it, it's well worth watching. Well, that was your first time meeting Shatner. My first time meeting Scott Bakula was when I was in college. They filmed a movie at my campus called Necessary Roughness, and I got selected to be a football player extra in that film. So there's a couple of scenes where we're jogging, practicing on the track, and that's my moment of fame. But any fond memories of that movie? It was a while ago.
It was a while ago. I still have pain in my body from that movie. My shoulder's never been the same. I have scrape marks from the AstroTurf, and it was long. Did you work some of the night shoots when you were doing the night football? Playing tackle football at 5 in the morning is messed up. And I was, our team got the worst of it, and that meant me most of the time. So, but I remember being very clearly in Denton, Texas, and it was an insane time with all those guys and all you football guys, you background guys. Oh, they had all the arena football players, remember, that were playing. It was cray.
It was crazy. It was a lot of fun, though. We had the lovely Kathy Ireland was there.
The lovely Kathy Ireland was there. She was, and she was and still is a doll. And there were some great actors in the movie. And I bumped into Jason Bateman a little while ago, and we were laughing about that because we had too much fun. Sinbad. Pete
Rob Schneider, who you guys probably didn't work with because he's in all the announcers.
Pete Tuiasosopo, my center, and you know, it was crazy. It was crazy, crazy fun, and I survived it, but barely.
Well, I recommend you go out and see it, not just because I'm in it, but because
No, I would say because you're in
Mr.
it. I'm going to
Bakula.
watch it again because
You will not. You will barely. If you blink, you'll miss me. One last question I want to ask you. You're back here. You've been appearing in photo ops and things with Dean Stockwell. What's it like seeing Dean again? And have you guys stayed in touch over the years?
We have stayed in touch over the years. It's always great to see him. I see him when he's in L.A. I usually see him. He comes for one of his art shows or something, and I'll go and see him at the gallery. You know, we don't have to see each other. We had such a kind of a close, intense time working together for 5 years, and we really connected. And it's just he's my buddy, and you know, we went through a lot together, and it's just always fun to see him in person, though.
That's great. Yeah, you guys had great chemistry on the show together. Well, we're happy that you've joined us at Wizard World. We're always happy to see you here. I know we're going to be seeing you throughout the rest of the year as well at some of our other shows. We look forward to it. We look forward to seeing the Liberace movie when that comes out on HBO. And if someone wants to get introduced to Mr. Bakula's singing, which one of your albums would you recommend they pick up?
Oh gosh, well, you know, if you pick up I don't even think you can get any of them anymore. Really, you can't get the Quantum Leap CDs anymore because there's a huge variety on that. Romance, different. Three Guys Naked from the Waist Down, different. Anyone Can Whistle, different. I mean, they're all kind of typical of me. None of them are the same. So
search through your vinyl bins at some flea markets. But if they're well worth getting, his Broadway albums are fantastic. So highly recommend it. But ladies and gentlemen, Scott Bakula, thank you for joining us.
My pleasure.
Thank you, Scott.